Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your humble messiah. This is the Chris Von Erich Show. You are my disciples, and tonight, as always, I am joined by my main disciple, Franklin. How are you tonight?
Good evening, Chris. Good to be here.
Good. I myself and everybody here definitely missed you last week.
You know what? To tell you the truth, I wish I was here, but I had things I had to take care of, but I'm back today, so we can put all that behind us.
You could at least humor me and say that you were with a young lady or two, maybe.
Well, the amount of money I made last week, I could probably make it four.
There you go. Well, that's great. And that little joke there plays into something that we're going to be talking about here tonight.
Uh-oh.
But, first and foremost, let's get some of the multimedia stuff out of the way. Actually, going forward here in the next couple of weeks, we're going to be having some very special guests on. First and foremost, we're going to be having a DJ Liquid Todd from the Sirius XM radio program channel 51, which is BPM.
So wait, you got him?
Yes. I've been in contact with him, and he's going to be gracious enough to come in here and give the people like you and I some of his valuable time.
Dude, that's big time.
He may not have a job after he's done talking to us, but we'll see. We'll try to go easy on him.
Yeah, that's big time, man. So, good. Glad to hear it.
That's going to be a lot of fun because that's going to touch base on what I actually used to do going way back when I used to promote New York City lounges, things like that. So it'll be a little stroll down memory lane, and we'll get a big picture about that particular area of the music industry. And it'll be good. It'll be a lot of fun, good information on that. And the second big thing that we have in the works here that I think it actually is definitely going to happen. The gentleman by the moniker of TFM, Turd Flinging Monkey, will be joining us in the future. That's probably going to be kind of like an audio chat, only because the subject matter that he deals with is like really, it's really extreme. And well, I shouldn't even say that. It's not even extreme. He just has a different thought process on living a lifestyle. And that lifestyle is what we know as the MGTOW, the men going their own way.
Yep.
So he's going to come on here and he's going to discuss all that stuff and some of the things that have been happening in that community. And it's going to be very, again, very interesting. And, we'll see. That's definitely going to be a rated, probably a strong R show because, he likes to talk about all sorts of stuff. And that's great. And we're looking forward to that. So
that's what we're here for.
Absolutely. So let's kind of give it an overview of what we're going to do tonight. Obviously, the main big topic is the title "Along Came Polly," and that's a play on the word polyamorous, okay, which is basically a relationship where usually it's the woman and multiple men. So in some cases, well, we know this over in the Middle East and some other of those joints, they have the guy and there's 5 or 6 women, and then domestically, I think like the Mormons again. They do something like that. Am I right, Franklin?
Yeah, my neighbor actually used to brag. He told me he actually had a wife here, one further west of here, and one back home in Turkey. And he used to brag about it all the time. It didn't matter who was in front of him. It was interesting.
I don't even know. Like, I don't even know if I could. Well, I would be up to speed, but I need a lot of time. I need a recovery period. You know what I mean? So I'd make it work.
You'd make it work, would you?
I'd make it work. Financially, that could be kind of troublesome, but I think I can make it work in the bedroom. So,
well, speaking of which, sadly he moved. He took his daughter with him. His daughter was fine too.
Was she?
Yeah, she was Turkish, man. Girl was fine.
But isn't she born into that whole society, that whole lifestyle? Would she have to do that?
Nowadays, you would be surprised, but the very first time he mentioned it to me, his daughter was sitting a foot and a half away from him, and I was just really okay. But the thing of it is it was just her and I talking type of a thing,
Right.
and he just started talking about back home. I'm like, oh boy. So, but I'm sorry you took her away from me.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know you would hope you'd have a shot there, especially if she looked good.
Yeah, she looked real good. As a matter of fact,
Nice.
she's a nursing student.
Oh, so she was
Nurse feel good. Yeah.
Oh, all right. And how did she look upon in terms of you being?
There were a couple of times when I think I probably could have sealed it, but the thing was she moved away too quick.
Ah, okay.
So I have an idea where she's at, but
oh, do you?
Yeah, I have an idea where she's at.
Okay. So yeah, so basically, yeah, we're talking about stuff like that. That's the main one tonight, the main topic, and it is the genesis. Well, I mean, the genesis of the whole poly thing has happened, eons ago. Even in biblical times, they were that was commonplace. Then since we kind of got all domesticated and people like, oh, one man, one woman, and then I think that worked in terms of Western religion. They kind of worked that in too. So it kind of fell out of favor. And then if you were doing that, it was, you were kind of, weird. And,
I didn't think I would want the issue, but I mean, it's interesting to me to hear about people that partake in that. But you know what? More power to them.
That's true. And speaking of people that partake in these certain type of things,
what you got?
I shared a video with you, and I'd like to share it out. This has been kind of making its way around the circuit here online, and I just wanted our viewers, if they haven't seen it, they can now take a look at it. And we're gonna stop the video, pause it here and there, to kind of give our little critiques, our little notes on it. But let's do that. Let's bring this up here. I'm going to share this guy out, and hopefully we don't damage too many people here, because I certainly
damage your co-host. What about me? Nobody stop to think about me.
Well, you signed up for it, so so here we go. So right here, obviously the title tells you everything you need to know. Polyamorous Florida woman with 4 boyfriends, and lo and behold, she's pregnant. So let's just see what this says here.
This is Tori. She fell in love with Travis and Ethan and Mark and Chris. Their 4-way relationship is working wonders for them.
The relationship could best be described by having Tori as the hub and all of us are spokes on a giant wheel.
But not everyone understands.
All right. So hold on. First and foremost, let's just get back to what we just saw there on the screen. Not one of those guys. I mean, this is like Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, look at these guys. I mean, you got first of all, we'll take it from the left. You got this one guy, obviously Star Wars guy here, and I mean, obviously he's like 240 pounds here. He's just a disgusting mess. And
almost weighs as much as his woman.
Yeah, I know. And next to him is
his woman, and there's 4 of them.
I know.
I'm sorry. Carry on.
No, and I can understand why you can't keep a straight face here. This guy next to him, he's actually, I guess, is considered the alpha guy. All right. And we'll listen to the rest of this debauchery in a second. But he is, I guess, biologically the guy that got her pregnant. So he was the last guy into this whole relationship, and he is, I guess, the legitimate father. And then you have the vessel, I'll call her.
Vessel.
She's sitting here like as happy as literally a pig in you know what.
Sure enough.
And then
I've seen your brothers though.
What'd you say?
Don't see any brothers though.
Well, yeah, I know. Well, this is like, I think they were from northern Florida, so this is like Tallahassee.
Oh boy.
So again, this doesn't surprise me knowing that. So, and then next to her, take a look at this guy. He doesn't know what's going on. Yeah, he's just laying there like a big oaf, and
Along for the ride.
and then this dude is just a little fruity over here. I don't know what's going on with him. He's just a little too happy about the whole thing.
He's
So-
ecstatic.
Yeah, so let's let this play out a little bit more here.
Be described by having Tori as the hub and all of us are spokes on a giant wheel.
But not everyone understands the dynamic.
I was like, oh, you're kidding, that you're joking.
How will this poly relationship cope with a further addition to the family?
Jeez.
Who's the father of the baby?
Don't you judge,
This is
Franklin.
mine and Travis's room. This is the master bedroom.
Oh, so I saw
Room that
Jacksonville.
has the
Sorry.
Bigger bed that people will swap in and out of every night, just so that everyone can get equal turns. Sharing a bed. So while this is like mine and Travis's room, we keep all of our stuff in here. People are rotating in and out. The first
All right. I would like to forfeit my turn every time. Possible.
Hey, what happened to number 4? Where is he at?
He dove out the window. Oh my God, this is just this is hard. Tori, that's her name. Look at
I
it.
once
Look.
knew a woman named Tori, and she wouldn't like that. That's for sure.
This is like if Velma just went too crazy at McDonald's. That's what this is right here.
Velma.
Oh my God, she probably dressed up as Velma at one of those cons,
Those
and
costumes.
these 4 rejects were probably there together, and they were like, "Oh my God, that's what
She's gorgeous.
she's amazing."
She's gorgeous.
What? We all have to live with you, and we all have to be your boyfriend. That's fine,
What happened to the other?
as long as it doesn't cut into our Dungeons and Dragons time. That's okay.
That's it. Shouldn't there be 3 more? It's like little dwarfs, I guess.
Oh my God! Yeah, you said you got that right. This is the reject version of Snow White right here. Oh my God! Let's continue here.
polyamorous relationship I had been in was actually with Travis and Ethan.
Oh my
Travis was
God.
the one who had brought up the idea to me. We met back in elementary school. We've been dating for about 2.5, almost 3 years. I've known Ethan since junior high, and we made things official recently, but we've basically been dating for about 2 years.
Now, does Ethan ever smile?
I was
did you
just
see
curious
that?
if he ever bathes.
Closest that dude came to a smile so far.
Yeah, but I was wondering if he ever bathes.
Oh my God!
That's my thing.
And,
You know,
and
he-
how
He got
gross?
his mates laid.
Oh, I mean, how gross is that thin guy though? I mean, he's got like the mangy beard. Oh,
I mean, they're just so I understand this. All 4 of them, they're all buddies, right? Well, beforehand, they're all buddies.
yeah. Well, I guess. Well, she said that she knew the one guy from high school or something
And then
like
the
that.
other 3 were.
Well, I know the guy that's the father, the guy with the red hair. He basically he came in last. I guess she went out and found him, which is like that's the whole thing with this whole poly thing. It favors the women because obviously look at these guys. These guys are not getting laid anywhere else but right here. And I don't know what's more sad, like them not getting laid or what they have to come home to. It's like, well, we could set your friggin' head on fire, or we could start at your feet.
Ugh.
Where would you like the fire to start? But I mean, this is again, this is just disgusting, and like a bad accident. We have to continue here.
I just let it roll, and it'll just finish itself off.
Yeah, that's it.
Years now.
The term poly, meaning multiple, often refers to a 3-person relationship, but for these guys, it's Tori and her 4 separate lovers.
And the next one would be Mark. We met in high school. And then Chris is the newest addition. We've been dating since April.
The relationship could best be described by having Tori as the hub and all of us are spokes on a giant wheel.
All right, I'm starting with a good card. I have yay.
Yay!
Are you all quite competitive when it comes to games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have to try not to be.
So is there any one person that tends to win when you play games?
Definitely Chris.
Listen, it's not my fault.
It is your fault.
Also, I rarely play this game to win. I generally just like sowing chaos.
While this poly quintet are happy to play games with one another, that's as far as play goes for the boys in this relationship.
We're not romantic with each other. We're all just connected with her.
Although Tori might like it to be another way.
They're all more than welcome to have another partner if they so choose, but as of currently, no. Honestly, I would love it if somebody found a second partner. You know, dividing time between all 5 people and making sure everyone feels included is kind of difficult.
They're wearing her out.
A vying for just one woman's attention.
How often do you experience jealousy in the relationship?
Regretfully, a lot of the time. But thankfully, there are a couple of healthy ways to deal with it. Primarily,
Yeah, they go to the bathroom, roam one out.
Around the moment of, hey, I need some time with Tori, rather than actually saying it outright.
yeah.
But introvert, extrovert, extrovert, introvert.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in all right.
So only 2 of us are actually any good at open communication. It helps if you know the person. An example, seeing her with Ethan, a lot easier because I was friends with him. Her and Chris was a bit dicier at first. There was a lot more jealousy, and I'll openly admit that. The same goes for Mark because I'd never interacted with them.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to nay that.
I know your name.
But for me personally, yeah, I've never been with the idea of monogamy, so I've always looked for a polyamorous relationship.
So, would you ever consider a romantic relationship with each other?
I don't really know, to be honest. I guess I'm open to it, but I'm not
Oh my
going to go
God.
after it. I know Ethan and I sort of
Disgusting.
tried back in high school, and that kind of flopped really fast.
I can't.
Oh yeah, that sucks.
Oh,
All of your unicorns are pandas.
My turn.
And now this 5-way relationship is about to be joined by an additional member.
All right, and then here we have the nursery.
oh my
So
God.
it's starting to get set up. It's not quite done yet. It's not due for another couple of months, so we still have some more time. So I am currently about 23, 24 weeks pregnant. We found out a couple weeks ago that we're having a girl. We're very excited.
And so, who's the father of the baby?
What kid?
So Chris is the biological father. We just know that because of timing.
Yeah, because he's the only one that she let friggin' go in him.
As far as I guess
Getting her.
goes, we're all raising the baby together, so everyone's dad.
So, Chris, how do you feel about everyone operating the role of dad?
All right,
It's definitely
that's it.
Ginger ass on out of there.
I can't do it. I can't I can't take anymore.
It reminds you of that movie, Better Off Dead, the guy with the hat. The guy
Yeah,
who wore the
right.
the top hat.
Right.
Reminds you of him. Booger.
You're
Well, in the other films, remind me of Booger.
Okay, so right off the bat, you know the reason why that one guy was the father, because he was the last one in. All right, so after she got all these like schlubs, you know, set up to live with her and cohabitate, he came along, or she went out there, and, you know, met him at the friggin' probably GameStop or whatever. You know, and you know, he like read his book on how to pick up girls or something. You know, he like saw something online.
It was
And
upside down. She put it right side up so he could
Yeah,
read it.
so he said something right, and she's like, "Oh, why don't you come home with me?" Now that must have been like a great like first night. He like walks in and you have those 3 rejects sitting there, like probably playing something, probably playing,
Sitting on the
Minecraft
zipper.
online,
Minecraft.
and he must be like, what the hell is going on, and he's probably like, whatever, what the fuck, and him being the alpha just like takes her and does what he wants with her, and that's it.
Where's my sandwich?
Oh my god. But the sad part about it is that there's no way that whole scenario is ever going to last very long, because one of those rejects are going to get angry at one of the other rejects, and then we're going to be reading in the paper about how one of them like stabbed the other one to death, or
How it's a
something
crime
like
scene now.
Yeah. And I feel bad for the people in Jacksonville over there, because they're going to be supporting that train wreck of a family, quote unquote family.
I feel sorry for the baby that's not even born yet.
Oh, could you imagine that? Now, again, at the end of the day, it's not going to come to where that kid's going to grow up and have four dads.
I hope so. I'm guessing that maybe that the mom will say, okay, you guys can all just bugger off, and it'll just be the dad. Excuse me, I'm sorry. The biological father and her.
And here we have one of our audience
Jackie.
members, again, a woman.
What does Jackie say?
I wouldn't mind being in a poly relationship, that is. So yeah, of course she wouldn't, because that's the best scenario for a girl.
Now we know that's a girl. I mean, IE is a guy, and I guess KY is a woman.
I think so.
That? Okay.
I would assume so, because again, this whole poly relationship setup, it's engineered to benefit a woman, not the guy, because we know out in the open market that a woman can, we always say this, a woman can walk down the street and, if she wants to get 5 numbers, she can get 5 numbers.
She'll get 6.
Well, yeah, it's 6. You got it. So this whole setup is engineered for them, because they get their 3 or 4 providers, or whatever number it could be, and then she's free to go out there, and if she sees a hot guy that is the alpha dude, just like this in this story, she brings him home. She brings him home because, hey, it's an open relationship, we're poly, so there's
open,
no
all right.
rule. What?
It's open, all right.
Yeah. So and that's really that's I don't know. Hey, you know what? We got the phone lines open, 224-231-4652. If anybody out there is in a poly relationship, call up, tell us about it, give us all the gory details.
I'd like to know more.
Hopefully the people, the chick you're involved with, or if you're a girl, the guys you're involved with, or from a better line of species than what we just saw on screen. So hopefully, for your sake,
I'd like to see that. How about have that group from Tallahassee call in? Wouldn't that be cool?
That would
or Jackson, wherever the hell they're from. How about them call in?
That's great. Yeah, yeah. The modern day Partridge Family, you could call in. So, oh my God. I mean, outside of the one neighbor that you knew, have you had any other friends or nobody in high school that you knew was in a weird scenario?
And what the reason I brought that up, and it might not even be considered the same thing, and maybe it is. That's what they do in Turkey. Okay, that's what's done. You have more than one wife.
Is that the standard? That's the standard?
That I don't know, but that was his situation, and he was quite proud of it too, as a matter of fact. So again, I don't know if that's from his village, where he came from, or what have. I'm not sure if that's done there all the time, but that's his situation, and it was interesting to hear about it. So I mean, I don't know if that's done everywhere. Like that, I can't answer.
And again, I know everybody jumps on everything when it comes to online, whether it be Twitter or Facebook or what have you, YouTube. Sometimes I wonder if these things that pop up here, are they really legitimate?
I was going to bring that up, Chris.
I mean, is it, could it just be a put on? I mean, could it just be like she's pregnant with that dude's kid and they just like said, oh, hey, let's make it public. We'll put stuff out there that we live together.
Throw it against the wall and see what sticks.
Right.
See who takes the bait.
But then again, I say, if a news crew is coming, they're usually vetting the situation, because they're not gonna do like a public thing and look like fools. So
they've pretty much done that already.
Yeah, well, this group certainly has. So, my God,
Wish I could find my neighbor, get him on the show, as a guest.
I know. You see, that's what we need.
I didn't even think of that. Well, he's gone now.
Franklin's old neighbor. If you're out there, call in, and especially have pictures of your daughter, please.
Yeah. Yasmin.
You're not
Remember her
allowed
name.
to
Yasmin.
All right. So that's that. And I wanted to show that because I couldn't believe it. And it was making the rounds. And I just had to have people kind of experience that for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So, and on the replay, they can play it at their heart's content. I think I saved a lot of people by just playing half of it. So, but
what else have we got tonight?
Well, the next thing that we're going to look at is something else that kind of became all the rage this past week. I think it happened on last Saturday, or maybe it was Sunday, and it happened down in Georgia somewhere. And a reporter basically was covering a local race, like a 5K. And, she's there on the sidelines and she's talking and everything. And there's, as people, the crowd kind of comes through, they're running through and they're mugging to the camera, waving, what have you. Well, some dude, kind of comes through and you think he's going to do the same thing. Well, he winds up smacking her on the ass when he walks by.
Gave her a little pat on the bum, did he?
Yeah, a little, hey, how you doing? Good morning. But needless to say, everybody just lost their minds. And she kind of started a little Twitter like revolt on this guy by afterwards kind of coming out there and saying that, oh, well, I was violated and, you took away my joy, yada, yada, yada. And then proceeding, the rest of the people that were watching or following her online started to dox this guy. I mean, they started to like post to like, his phone number, his address, and then lo and behold, kind of like what he does and, what his pastimes are. Turns out he's like, I guess, a would-be pastor at some church down there.
Oh, brother.
Okay. And a Cub Scout or Boy Scout leader. So, I mean, obviously, I would imagine he's no longer a Boy Scout leader anymore. And I know that they actually flat out banned him from participating anymore like running tournaments. He can't do it.
And more races?
That's it. He was done. So, I mean, my thing is, okay, was it like the smartest thing to do? Like out of all the things you could possibly do? No. I mean, you could have done something else. But so I mean, I've spoken to people as late as today that were saying like, oh, you know what, man, him even being banned for life, because that's what it was. It was basically life. He cannot participate in any more 5Ks or whatever type of runs they have going on in that community. I don't know. Maybe you could, drive 45 minutes away and do something in another town, maybe. Mm-hmm. But, in terms of his neighborhood, he's done. And I mean, between me and you, I mean, he kind of got outed. So like, how is he going to like even go to the store? You can't even go to the friggin', local grocery store anymore.
Well, was he, now one thing I didn't take from that, was he married or involved in a relationship?
You know,
Now, was
that's a good question. I don't know that.
Yeah, me neither.
And we're gonna take a look at the video because again, it's been all over the place, and this is right. Me, this is right up my wheelhouse.
Right
So
up the old alley.
What'd you say?
Right up the old alley.
That's right. So let's take a look, and we can actually look, and we might be able to read through and see if this guy's actually married or not. So let's bring that up here. And actually, the original video is in a Twitter account. So I wanted to get at the actual real. Here we go, and it's right here. And I hope the audio comes through. We'll see. Oh. Oh, so you saw that, right?
See the look on her face. The look on her face went from
it was like this to. I mean, that's like a look like he figured like you think maybe he stuck his finger up there or something.
Yeah, well, if you saw the look on her face, you'd think that's what happened.
I know. Now, what's funny about it, and we're gonna watch this again because I just want to see this one more time, and maybe I'll stop it at a certain point here.
Is there a camera facing her by any chance in the rear so we can see
I wish it was a back camera.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I would have loved to have seen that.
Nice smack on the bum. Maybe it was just clearing the path.
She was like looking to see at one point. She was kind of here. Let's try to do this here.
Maybe he was just trying to clear a path because the butt was
too
right.
Right.
I don't know. See,
like she's looking to see like kind of like who that was. Like who possibly could do that to me. So yeah, so she kind of flipped out on this, and she, let's see what she said here.
Does she want a book deal now or something, this chick?
Yeah, well, okay, well, Tanya basically is supporting her. Check out this jerk smacking the reporter's ass. Okay. So, all right. So that's that on that one. Let me close out of there and bring this up. Oh wait, hold on. I gotta share it again. Let me just bring up this one because I think this is all right. So this guy is.
That's him?
I guess he. All right. Well, that's not okay. This is a nice little lad. All right. We have a little interlude here. Oh, now this is. There you go.
That's good stuff.
Zarjian yesterday.
Here we
was
go.
Covering a fun run for her Savannah, Georgia station on Saturday. And in this clip, which has now, by the way, been seen more than 11 million times, we see a runner come up behind her.
Look at that look.
Strike her.
Something went wrong.
In an interview with Inside Edition, 43-year-old Tommy Calloway says he was trying to wave at the camera and he got caught up in the moment.
There was a misjudge in character and decision making. I touched her back. I did not know exactly where I touched her. I did not see her facial reaction as I just kept on running. And if I did see her facial reaction, I would have been embarrassed. I'd have felt ashamed, and I would have stopped, turned around, and went back and apologized to her.
Bridge run. So it's very.
Zarjian told us yesterday that she felt Calloway, in her words, just helped himself to part of her body.
The brothers behind her.
And she was ashamed. She's filed a police report, and she tells us she's not sure of her next step. You can tell she's clearly startled and caught off guard by that moment.
I'm not sure I heard an apology in that statement.
Yeah.
It was that if I'd seen her facial reaction, I would have apologized.
Well, now that you have seen her reaction, along with 11 million other people.
Ashamed and embarrassed by it.
Yeah, he would have been ashamed, embarrassed, he said.
Yeah.
And he's got 2 daughters. He also thought about that.
Anthony's onto something.
Yeah. Yeah.
The 2 white knights there too.
Yeah.
He should be. You said you thought you were going to be. This guy looks all over here. Oh my God.
Yeah, they're saying the right thing.
Yeah. Well. I mean, it's, you got a woman sitting right there, and you're on TV yourself. What are you going to sit there and be like, oh, well, I've done that a time or two myself there. And like, that's what he should have done. You see, like if these guys, if these guys had any, balls, they would have been like, oh, well, I used to do that. And one of them should have like reached over and smacked her right on the ass.
Give Gail a little pat on the bum.
There you go. Hey,
while you're at it, give me a cup of coffee too while you're at it.
There you go. Oh my God. But there you go. Now the guy has to come out. Obviously, like he has lawyers now, and they basically said, look, you gotta go out and say something, or you're gonna be screwed. There's nothing you can, there's no way out where you're just going to ignore it. You have to go and say something. So,
well, technically, there was never any video of it happening, right? So really, maybe it never did happen.
I mean, that original video, that was like a live video. The station was doing that.
Maybe he did hit her on the back. Maybe there was no. I didn't see any hand hit her on the butt.
Oh well. Oh, true. That's a good point. We don't see that. Like you said, there's no angle from the opposite way.
But the cop car was there, and I bet you he had his camera rolling, so that would kill that.
Imagine if he did. That guy. He probably like was like, oh crap, man. He's like, I gotta erase this film
quick. Yeah. Well, these guys on CBS, they'd have to do the right thing, because if Gail went crying to Oprah would buy the TV station.
Oh, well, forget it. Yeah,
that's the end of that. And these two guys would be out of a job, so it would be now Oprah TV.
Oh, absolutely.
If she doesn't already own CBS.
Right. Well, yeah. Well, I'm sure she wrote something up. All right. So let's see what we got here.
All right.
So she talked too.
All right.
Let's see what she has to say here. Are we going to get another ad? Get the same ad here. Not that I'm complaining about the chick. I bet she doesn't mind if he smacks her ass.
Nope, probably not.
Only on CBS this morning, a reporter is sharing her story after she says she was assaulted during her live TV report. The video has been viewed more than 10 million times.
People also dress up in costumes for this bridge run, so it's very exciting. It's very exciting. People.
Yeah, it is very exciting.
Arjian was covering a fun run for her Savannah, Georgia station. That's WSAV on Saturday.
He's very professional.
There's a man in a blue long sleeve T-shirt as he moves behind her and appears to slap her on her backside. Bazarjian tweeted this following that incident: to the man who smacked my butt on live TV, you violated, objectified, and embarrassed me. She's also filed a police report yesterday, and the man has been banned from future races. And Alex joins us now. Alex, good morning.
Good morning.
So the video tells almost the whole story. You can see your reaction.
She's probably done a lot worse than that privately.
So much. What was going through your head that moment it happened?
Well, the moment it happened, you're in disbelief.
Yeah.
You feel like did that really just happen? So took some time to process, but it was extremely vulnerable. And I think I would say that the reason why maybe it caught so much fire is because the emotion is extremely relatable for women all over the world.
Not only for journalists working on TV, but for women in general. I mean, this is a workplace issue.
Right.
And you say that slap actually stung.
Yeah. It was a heavy impact.
It seemed very deliberate too when you're watching it.
Right.
Heavy impact.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it was. I mean, I've of course watched the video multiple times because you look at it and it feels like it's not you. It's like you're watching.
All right, hold on. I like how they just tried to tie it into just workplace in general.
Right.
We're not even talking. This happened like outside at a recreational event, and you got these news people over here, kind of like, tying it into like, John Q. office cube worker, so that like, basically like, hey, Barry in accounting, don't you think that you can just go over and smack, Sarah on the ass? Because, we know you think about doing the same thing too. I mean, come on.
Well, I mean, for a brief second, I thought about that, possibly being considered a workplace. But like you said, she was on location. So I don't know. They may have something, they may not, or she just might be looking to get a payday. Who knows?
Well, I mean, obviously, this is something where she's doing this whole circuit because she's gonna want. She's probably not gonna. She's probably gonna. She might try
Already,
to,
it's getting some traction. So
she might try to sue him, but she is definitely going to sue the town, the people that hold the event.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, that's a given. For what is it? Creating a unsecure environment. Where she was, assaulted.
Oh, boy.
So that's what that's going to be about. So, but yeah. So I mean, she's a good-looking girl. I'll tell you that.
She is very attractive. Yes, she is.
I mean, I might try to smack her ass if I saw her.
Try to see what that posterior looks like back there. Get an idea what was going on back there.
I think that she should demonstrate that. Because we now have a scenario where that's in dispute. So
there you go. Right.
So I think hopefully, as we watch the last 5 seconds here, they kind of say, "Well, why don't you stand up and show us exactly where?" You say that, almost like the doll. Well, forget the doll. Like I don't want to see point where the doll is.
Yeah.
I want let's have her do that. So
exactly where did he hit you?
Yes. Because it's been in dispute.
Somebody else, but he separates himself from the runners, and he kind of winds up, and
winds up. I mentioned that it's deliberate because isn't he saying it was an accident, that he didn't do it on purpose? Because the tape certainly tells a very different story.
Right. Yeah. He did
Gail.
make contact with our station, with the station that I work with, was saying that his intentions were not, to hurt me. He didn't intend to do it, which, not going to really debate that because he hurt me.
But now that you've had time to think about it, because at first you are stunned, clearly startled, are you angry, frustrated, saddened by it? What are you thinking?
I think immediately after you kind of sort through the vulnerability of the situation, you are inundated with some female guilt.
Guilt?
That's interesting.
What? Guilt, Alex?
Female guilt?
I guess maybe because
is that a
of
thing?
The social media attention. Of course, there's been an outpouring of support from so many people, men, women, people of all ages.
You've also
White
had people
knights.
say, accept the move on, you said.
Right. Yeah. Accept the apology. It's your fault. You put yourself in the line of fire.
Line of fire.
Yeah. Essentially, maybe that's comes from a misunderstanding of what live reporting
Doing your job.
is. Right.
And then you have a statement from.
Yeah, we need to read this
lawyer.
lawyer's. The runner's lawyer sent a statement saying they regret the situation, but he, quote, did not act with any criminal intentions, that he's a loving husband and father, and they don't expect any criminal charges. Are you open to hearing what he has to say?
I think what is most important here is that he took my power, and I'm trying to take that back. Whether I am open to it or not, I want to take my time with that.
That's our lawyer talking.
What it really comes down to is that he helped himself to a part of my body.
I think took my power is a really powerful phrase because there are people, and you've heard from them, who are saying, what's the big deal? He was being rambunctious. Real quickly, because we do have to go. What's the reaction to those people?
My reaction to that.
Quickly, because we got to
sorry.
go.
Yeah,
quickly, because we don't want to. You're not going to matter in a week.
It's not going to matter in less than a week.
Oh my God. Okay, that's it. We're done with that.
Yeah, that's.
Okay. All right. And now that I've digested the whole thing, took my power from me. You're a reporter, honey. Okay, you're a reporter. Okay. Now, again, I will say that very dumb move. Okay, on his part. Dumb to do that. I wouldn't have done it. That would have been my first thing.
Right.
But to kind of get, again, a lot of this, you just said it, it's a lot of lawyerese, speak. There's no power. First of all, there's no relationship. There's no relationship with this guy and her in general.
I'm trying to figure out what she means by her power. You know what?
Okay.
Maybe you can understand that to me, Chris. I don't quite
Okay.
understand what you said. Her power.
All
What
right.
is that? What does that mean?
There is a sub kind of subcultural thing going on now where, you know, women in terms of work status and achieving things, whether it be career wise in life, there has been a power component given and associated with that. Okay. So what she's kind of hinting to is that he has pretty much taken away in a theory, okay, everything she has worked for to get to that point of being a reporter for the news
I see.
in just one fell, you know, no pun intended, swoop. So that's what she's talking about. And again, we were getting into like the, here I'm women, hear me roar kind of thing, the feminist thing. So she's pandering to that base a little bit, that group. So that also plays into it. So that's, to me, that's where that whole trigger of my power, woman power, hear me roar, So it's kind of part and parcel to that.
I
So
see.
that's where she's coming from with that. But again, I'm happy the guy lawyered up because again, this is going to go away, in a week, the holidays is going to come, New Year's is going to come, and
Who?
we're not going to hear about her.
Who?
or
I've
anything
never
on-
heard of this chick. Yeah, who?
Yeah, right. So after that's going to be over, and then it's just going to be two lawyers like going at it. So, what's your take on it? You saw it.
Well, yeah, I to tell you the truth, I saw a whole lot of nothing. That is pretty much what I saw. I saw a whole lot of nothing. Yeah, she had an expression on her face. Yes, something did happen, but you know what? I'm not 100% sure it should be blown up out of proportion as well as it did, as long as it, how long it's been going on. Correct me if I'm wrong, Chris. This was earlier in the week or last weekend.
Yes. I think it was. I think it happened on either Saturday or Sunday.
Okay, so next couple of days, it's going to be exactly a week already. Old news.
Right.
Let's move on.
Right. And again, you had. I don't know if it was. I don't know. Was that this? I didn't even pay attention. Was that the same? The same two jablonis that were sitting next to her in the clip we saw before? Because I think we played the one. The
I think
first
so.
was like later.
Mm.
I think that was like this past week or like maybe yesterday, and the one before that was the day before. So I didn't know. Whatever. But they were saying the same thing. The one guy, that's a pretty powerful and important statement you made there with taking power. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, I think at the house, that guy wears the apron.
Yeah, I'm single too.
Not gonna work.
That's
pal.
what all these guys do. Like, you probably had like 1,000 dudes, like just commenting on her, Twitter. She had maybe 400 people following her, right? All the town, the people that she knows. Now she probably has 4,000. Just
and,
from
they're- and they're still not going to date her. So and she's
right.
not
Well,
gonna date him. That's it. So.
that's the thing. They think that I'm going to come and I'm going to show her that I would never touch your ass unless you told me to. Wink, wink.
Unless you said it was okay, right?
Right.
I
So-
remember watching a soccer game. Okay, at the I guess a Dominican place I get my hair cut. Okay, and a lot of the representatives that they have on the field. Okay, the field reporters. A lot of them are hot women. Okay, they just are. And when
Right.
they talk, I have no idea what they're saying. But when you look at the player and you look to her, they're touchy feely. Okay, I've even seen a light peck on the cheek.
Right.
Okay, I'm not sure how that would go over well here, but it's just a different thing. You know what? Move on. Just move on.
Right.
I don't think it's gonna get any more legs.
Well,
And the next week I'll find out she's got her own show.
there you go. Right.
There you go.
So.
All right. What else you got tonight,
hey,
Chris?
It is what it is. And again, the The call line is still open, 224-231-4652. After you've seen those two clips, whether it's the poly train wreck, that's what I call it. I'll call it that's what I'm going to nickname that whole scenario, the poly train wreck.
That's about it.
And and reporter ass slap. If you have a comment on any one of those or a story that is associated with that, maybe you hit some girl's ass and you got called into the principal's office or down to the police station. Why don't you call in and share that story with us? So
I had a girl hit me on the ass one time. It was costing me $300 an hour.
Yeah, right.
That's a joke though, but
I know. That's the only way you get that kind of treatment, right, Franklin?
yeah, you know what? Not for nothing. Don't want any part of it.
But again, I should also say that in terms of multimedia, you guys all out there know you can find us on Twitter at Von Erich. I have that scrolling right now, and also Facebook.com/Chris Von Erich as well. You can actually, you can either watch it on YouTube or you can actually watch it on Facebook. Again, you're going to see it on Facebook right now in terms of the live stream. But as soon as we're done here, that is going to get pulled for editing purposes. So just understand that the Facebook stream is just the live stream. Just a live stream. And we also have on SoundCloud.com/Chris Von Erich with those little hyphens there, CRIS-VON-ERIK. Select audio episodes. Maybe we will actually have this one up there. It all depends on ratings and how we kind of do that. There's like some kind of rotation we do on there. So, but Franklin, I mean, again, I do think we're not going to hear about it much after that.
Old news.
It's just going to be what you're not going to hear about it anymore. It's just going to.
Two lawyers are probably playing cards or something like that. Nothing's going to come of it.
Yeah.
I think it'll be an apology or something like that, or maybe a donation to her favorite charity or something. And that's
there you go.
Done.
Right.
That's about it.
There you go. You said it. You hit it right on the head. It's going to be a donation, and he's already apologized. Again, did he go on bended knee and say, "Please forgive me"? No, he didn't do that. So,
well.
Anyway, moving forward, the third thing that kind of went crazy last week here. Geez, there was a lot of stuff that dropped this past week. Stuff that just blew up out of nowhere. Very rare to have so much stuff go on. But one other thing that kind of blew up a little bit was this kind of notion and kind of feed going on through Twitter that porn and guys, I guess it's either husbands or boyfriends, maybe even just guys in general. I couldn't really pin it down. I was trying to figure out, because there's a lot of guys that have kind of agendas and different things they're talking about, different areas they're coming from. Some of them are like married guys that are talking about what marriage is supposed to be, and others are just pickup artists, things like that. But basically everybody is saying now that it's a bad thing for guys to watch porn, to even do it, I guess, on a recreational basis. So I don't know what is your general idea on that?
Well, I don't think it's a bad idea at all. As I've been watching porn for a while. I mean, it's not a steady diet of it, but I've been watching it for a while, and I don't think it's a big deal.
Right. George Takai had a chime.
Oh, okay. Oh my.
You gave your opinion.
Oh my.
So.
But I don't think there's. I mean, what do they say? It can harm you medically, or is it just something that?
Well, you know what it is? Their whole thing is that they think that...
Or is it stopping people from going out and looking for a proper...
There you go.
...relationship.
Right.
When you can stay at home in front of the 75-inch TV...
Right.
...and have any relationship you want without all the headache.
Right. Well, right. That's it. I can date so many different girls. I have a lot of girlfriends. Okay. But yeah. So they're saying that it actually impedes the guy's natural, like, I guess, mind makeup
Process?
to go out there. Yeah, to go out there and want to do the effort of, hitting on a girl, basically go out to a bar and try to do it the long way.
The
long
old-fashioned way.
long pole.
Long pole, but not for nothing. That's my favorite way.
Yeah.
Get out there and start talking.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
You can Tinder, you can online all you want, but nothing beats going out someplace and not even going out, just being outside and just meeting people that you meet on the street. That's it. Nothing beats that.
Right. No, absolutely. And I don't know if I buy that, man. I really don't. I don't. Okay. Could I understand that if you're doing that, like, every day, for twice a day or 3 times a day, could it get to be much? Yeah. I could see you physically, like, not being able to perform, things like that. So that I get that. I get like the biological sense of that. But what I don't get, and I don't buy,
tick.
Yeah, you got it right. What I don't get is, I don't get the idea that, like, you do that, and then when you go out and you see a girl, okay, or you're with a girl, you're just like, this isn't the same, this is,
No,
I'm not into this, There's no way you're gonna do that. There's no way you're gonna, if you have somebody real there, you are not going to turn around and be like, I'd rather just go see, I don't even know a friggin' porn star.
Yeah, well, what you're getting at is you're not even sure that you would really do that. You would, if you've got the real thing in front of you,
right?
All bets are off. Okay,
Yeah.
You're going to concentrate on the task at hand.
Your humble Messiah is not going to go and be with a hot girl, and then turn around and be like, I would have rather have just watched, Big Butts number 7.
No, you're going to concentrate on the task at hand.
Yes.
That's what you're going to, well, not at hand, but yeah.
Right. But again, there are a lot of guys online there. They're kind of really, hammering it home. And I love how, like, all these analogies and sayings I'm using now are kind of, euphemisms for,
Yeah, we understand what you mean.
Yes.
It's coming through. We understand what you mean.
Yes. It's coming through loud and clear.
There you go. We're doing it again, aren't we?
We're not dribbling anything out here.
Not at all.
But yeah, so they're talking all this stuff, and they're saying basically, you're doing the wrong thing. You're hurting yourself. You're damaging yourself. You're damaging yourself in terms of going out there for a relationship. If you're, in some of their opinions, doing it even at all, they're saying it. Again, hands off.
Well, sometimes it doesn't even work. It's when you're out there and it's, face to face, you always react. Okay. I'll leave it at that. You always react. Not all the time on television, video, whatever it is. Okay. When you're out in the real world,
right,
you always react. Always.
Right.
That is provided that you're physically capable of it.
True.
Right. But you always react to that.
Yeah.
And there are times when I've had that actual same reaction on TV. But when you're out there and you see somebody else, or you start to do your thing, yeah, all the juices and everything starts to flow where it's supposed to, and then that's that's not going to hurt anything.
Right.
That's
yeah.
not
No.
going to hurt anything.
And it's kind of hypocritical because some of the same guys out there that are saying, oh, you shouldn't be doing this, it's going to hurt you, are the same guys that are telling you to man up and either marry or date the single moms or the girls that had an epiphany. They were so wild back then, and now they're not wild anymore, and they've gotten right with God.
Oh, that's what you want. That's what you want, isn't it?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's what you want.
You want the sluts for Jesus.
There you go.
That's what we call them here. So
yeah.
So, but yeah, no, you have those girls, that they spent the better part of a decade, going nuts and doing God knows what. And those same guys that are saying, oh, well, don't touch yourself, but it's all right for you to, give Betty Lou a friggin', second chance.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, that's what you want. All right.
Yeah, nah, it's garbage. Total garbage. And if Betty Lou is out there, you can call up and voice your displeasure with me. But
that'd be nice.
Be
nice to hear from a Betty Lou.
Right, Betty Lou. That's. Have you ever grown up with girls that had like weird names like that?
Nope.
No.
Nope. Never knew a Betty Lou. Nope.
No,
Joanne, but that's
Sarah
about
Jo.
it. What's that?
Sarah Jo. That's another.
Nothing.
No.
Nope.
No. Well, you grew up with girls that had just crazy names, right?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Well,
Those.
I mean, I knew a couple of Shaniquas and things like that, or always end with a vowel, but not a whole lot.
Yeah.
Growing up where I grew up, there was just you didn't see an awful lot of that, but when you did, it was the real thing.
All right.
But that was about it. People who know me knew where I grew up and all like that. That just wasn't you saw it, but it wasn't very common. Let's put it that way.
You didn't talk to those girls?
Actually, yeah. We were all friends. We all grew up on the same block. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, we all grew up on the same block. Yeah. But as a matter of fact, I speak to one of them who actually was graduated with me on a semi-regular basis.
And what's her name?
Marsha.
Okay, that's like.
Yeah, it's not the same thing, but yeah.
That's so like plain milk toast.
That's about it.
Oh my God. Yeah. Now I actually I knew somebody that had the name of Dwan. Now that was really when I first heard the name, I was like, okay.
Is it a strong safety from the Oakland Raiders?
I know. But it actually turned out to be this girl's sister. And I was like,
how was the name again? Spell it.
It was called Dwan.
DWON? AN?
I think it was AN.
Okay.
So yeah, so it was spelled differently, and I guess it was Dawn with a fancy little add on there, So I heard and this is getting a little off, but there was actually another girl I was hanging out with way back in the day that told me that girls, I don't know if it was from a certain African American background, use those kind of names. Yeah, it was strange. I was like, really? But yeah,
really, you were told that?
Yeah, well, she could have been full of crap. This one girl I was hanging out with, but she said, yeah, she's like, those are usually X, Y, and Z background, and I was like, oh, okay,
interesting. I didn't know that either.
I say X, Y, and Z because I don't remember what the hell she said. So, I don't need the NAACP emailing me oh, you getting at? We're banning your content.
Well, they're not going to give any lip. They're not going to give any lip because you're co-host.
I know. Okay? That's right. Again, this is
what do you say?
The built-in
Really?
See, this way I let you say all of the inflammatory things, and then
A diversity whammy.
There you go.
Double whammy.
You're like, I'll just probably like, Franklin, do you have something to say?
Help me out here.
And then we move on.
Help me out.
Okay, so again, so moving on, I do want to get to some of the articles that I saw, and some of them were quite. Some of them are from sports related stuff, and some of them are just like crazy crap I came across.
All right.
But the first thing I want to take a look at here is this bodybuilder, and we're going to bring this up right now. Bring it up right now. We're going to share this sucker right here because it's pretty crazy. So let's play this. Okay, so as you can see, it came with a little video there.
Yes.
This guy, Yuri Tokchenko from Kazakhstan, is allegedly going to marry his sex robot girlfriend. He actually gave it a name, Margot, after paying for the doll to have plastic surgery. So he not only has this relationship with this doll,
right,
but I guess he paid for it to have some kind of enhancement. So,
oh boy.
And let's see what this says here. It says, well, he's an actor, so okay. Let's see what if this could be a bunch of bull crap here.
Sounds like he's trying to do something with his career, but that's just
Yeah, I think so. So he's going to marry this thing after it had plaster. The dolls, when she began to develop a complex. What?
Oh boy.
Uh,
The doll
I'll
developed the
just-
complex. Did I get that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Obviously, he married the wrong doll.
Yeah, I know. See, even in the doll community, you can run into solipsism, in terms of a woman.
He took the doll's power.
Yes, that's right. See, just like that reporter.
He took the doll's power. Now she's gonna sue.
Yes, he violated her and took her power.
Ugh.
But wait,
The only way of taking her power would be to unplug her or take the batteries out.
all right. Well, you see, he that's right. He took my power. But so it says here that he actually, I guess, a comedy. He was invited to a comedy club, I guess, to show off this doll. But he's claiming that their relationship is like a serious thing. So, and here we go. Here's some. Okay, he has even claimed to have arguments with his sex doll Margot. So there you go.
This is from The Onion.
This is from. Let's see what it's come. It's from the Daily Star. So I don't know. This could be just like a joke kind of thing. But I'm more interested in this. This related article here. Look at this. The penis-shaped HIV prevention mascot banned from the streets. So see,
Banned from what streets? Where's it? What country?
well,
What
okay.
area?
This could be dangerous for us doing this, but we'll click on it anyway. We'll live dangerously. So,
Well, it's HIV prevention, so it's a good thing, right?
yes. Oop. Oh no, hold on.
I'm just kind of curious as to where this thing is.
Yeah, hold on. Let's just do this here.
Not to say that HIV is
No.
done with, but it's still they've got a handle on it. They've got a grip
Right,
on it.
yeah.
So
No, and we are talking about Penis Paul here. We'll call him that.
okay.
That's who we're talking about here. We're not talking about the disease. We're just talking about this scary mascot who looks like he's playing with a kid here. So I could see why the people over in where the hell is it?
I need to know this.
I know. I need to know it too. This is great.
Maybe it's Japan, because Japan are very big on mascots,
There
actually.
you go. I wonder if this is like, you know how like they go on strike and they have like the inflatable rat.
Right, exactly.
Maybe like in lieu of the rat, you could get something like this. Kind of say, you know, it kind of gives you the same kind of cognation, you know. Oh, you know, my employer's a rat. Well, your employer could be this too.
Yeah, your employee's a penis.
Yeah,
He said,
there you go. All right. It looks like, wait, hold on.
I am
Yeah.
curious
Oh,
to
here
find
we
out
go.
where this is.
Here we go. It's right here. The Ecology and Environment Office of what is that? Chekaron?
Oh boy.
Well, how do you come on?
I'm having a hard time even seeing it myself, to tell you the truth.
I did not take advanced social studies, so
I guess I'm trying to see it myself, but the print's a little on the small side, so I'm
oh, it is.
Yeah, actually it is.
God darn it.
You know what? Hold on 1 second. I'll see. Let's see. I click on what do we got here? Choco, Eastern Europe, maybe. Russia? It looks like
Could that? It might be like Tuacahn, whatever. I mean, it's somewhere else. It's not in the United States. Like,
no, it's certainly
in the
not.
United States.
Actually, you know what? It looks like they're very they're good not to let us figure out where this is.
Yeah, no.
Maybe they're
So
trying
basically-
to Kazakhstan.
Oh, okay. There you go. Okay.
Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
Okay, Kazakhstan.
So basically, they had a big problem with this thing being around, and they said even in the pictures, a child can be seen holding hands with the mascot.
Oh boy.
So yeah, so you know, having a young child touch a penis could be very, very disconcerting to any parent, even if it's an inflatable mascot. So we can understand that at here at the Chris Von Erich show. That could be very disconcerting. So we'll just we'll close out of that. We don't need to see that anymore. So now we've fully given ourselves complete nightmares. We had the poly train wreck, and now we have an inflatable penis man.
Okay, I think that's where the train wreck started with those 4 guys and that person.
Yes. So we just kind of capped it off there with penis man. So I might have to work him into some part of the show.
Why I'm penis man.
Maybe we'll have him on.
Actually, not for nothing. The women of Kazakhstan are actually pretty good looking. A lot of them are really good looking women.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. It's still Kazakhstan is still part of Asia, I believe, but I'm not sure if it's to the north, south, east, or west. But
see that could have been a campaign they could have ran. They could have got some hot Kazakhstan's girls there, right? Posing with penis man and saying, "Look, we're not afraid of HIV. We have, we're here with penis man."
There you go.
And then there you go. And
shake
then
his hand.
They could have put a hat on. Yeah, they could have put a little internal pump there. And confetti could have came.
There
out.
you go. Very good. Confetti.
Celebrate. There you go. So, all right. So we'll move on from there. Okay. The next thing I wanted to take a look at is actually this is actually in the world of sports, and this actually comes from our friends at the NFL.
Oh,
yeah. So we're going to see some NFL stuff. So if our friends that are into sports are watching, this will be something for them.
Somebody smack one of the side reporters on the bum.
Yeah, right. No, this actually has to do with, it says the 49ers suspended a broadcaster for saying the Ravens quarterback, Lamar Jackson. I don't know. Do you follow football?
I do, actually. I'm not the world's biggest football fan in the world, but I do follow it. And sadly, followed it the other night. You and I were talking. Followed it the
Oh,
other
right.
night, and I thought that was a waste.
Right.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? But I'm not the world's biggest football fan, but I do like to sit down and watch a game.
Right. So basically, as you can see here, this headline says it all. They suspended this guy because he again. I tell everybody out there the same thing. If you are doing sports, okay, and you're a broadcaster, you're a field reporter or something, the one thing you don't do is make comments about people's ethnicity, sexuality, etc. You just don't go there.
In the old days, you could get away with it, but now I would just steer clear of it. Even if you didn't mean it, even if it didn't come out the way you meant it to, it's going to come out that way. Okay, it's just going to, whether you like it or not. Just steer clear, and you'll be good. That's it.
Yeah.
Some people just don't get it.
So basically, this guy, Tim Ryan, radio color analyst, for Bay Area sports, basically said Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson, who is black, is exceptional at faking handoffs because of his dark skin color with the dark football.
Wait, Lamar Jackson's black? Really? You sure about that?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, right.
The name might have threw me.
I know. I think, what gave it away, right?
It was a tip off.
Yeah. So basically, this guy said that he was, it's easier for him to hand the ball off to a running back, a la running play, because he's got a dark hands and the ball's dark. That's the whole thing here. So
really,
yeah. So
okay, so you know what? Go back to college ball with the two stripes on either end, and that kills it. How's that?
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
They say, see a broad to get that booty act 'em, leg her down or smack 'em, yak 'em. Oh, got to be.
Yeah.
That was Lamar's reaction to when he heard about this.
That was Franklin's reaction.
Yeah. So basically, they suspended him, and he came out, and he basically said he actually dug himself deeper, okay, because he went on more about it and said, and as you can see it right here,
No, really, it's the truth.
And see the ball, from where the mesh point is, and it's just, it's just, they obviously they said they were very disappointed. Now, I think he said, again, here we go, the mea culpa. I regret my choice of words. I was trying to describe the conditions of the game. Lamar is an MVP caliber player. I respect him. I'm sorry if anybody was offended. So I don't know if this guy's going to get his job back eventually. I would think he would, but at the end of the day,
Have all players wear white gloves then. Next.
You see, and that's Franklin saying this. We're white gloves.
Then after that, then they'll be considered minstrels or something. You can't win.
Right.
You can't win.
That's right. But again, and I will just.
Do you think he really meant what? How do I say it? Do you really think he meant it the way it came out?
No.
Neither do I. Okay.
He
just poor choice of words. That's it.
Mm.
That's it. Poor choice of words, and it's the way it came out. That's it.
Steer
clear of that, and you're okay. Just steer clear of it.
You and me both. No
matter how, and I hate to keep droning on about this, moaning on about it, but no matter how you meant it, it's gonna come out wrong whether you like it or not, and that's it. It's just not gonna end well for anybody.
Yeah. When err on the side of caution. And
err on the side of caution. That's right.
But okay. I just want to tell people that just to hit this up one more time. If you wish to donate to the program, you can do so through streamlabs.com/Chris Bon Eric. That is greatly appreciated. No donation is too small for us. It keeps this light on back here, live on air. So we appreciate any and all donations to do that. Once again, you can follow us on Twitter at Von Erich. You can see that scrolling on our fancy little new ticker. Thankful to StreamYard. Let me tell you, they really are giving a tremendous platform out for everybody, all the content creators out there. They're constantly making improvements, and I don't really have a bad thing to say about them. So tremendous stuff. And also facebook.com/Chris Von Erich. That is a dedicated Facebook page. We are always streaming live to that on the night of our weekly broadcasts, which are Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. After that, it will not, we pull it down. I pull it down. And you can always, though, see us at YouTube, which is YouTube Chris Von Erich. So please do that. And lastly, soundcloud.com/Chris Von Erich with those hyphens right there. You can go there for select episodes. They do change, usually weekly. So you can, when you're driving on your car, and we don't want anybody getting into accidents here. So that's another medium where you can listen to the program. So please do that.
And I do a lot of that, actually. I'm a big podcaster, and I listen to a lot of my podcasts through SoundCloud. Some through SoundCloud and some through, I guess, Apple Podcasts. So that's a pretty good medium. Yes.
And as always, this program is sponsored by the Grondike Tactical Soap Company, natural fuming infused soap. You have to shower and clean yourself anyway, so you might as well use some soap that is enhanced with some male essence, and maybe you score in the bedroom as well as out. So get over there to tacticalsoap.com and use the coupon code Von Erich, and get yourself a bunch of soap. So Franklin, it is actually the witching hour.
All right.
We had a tremendous program. I think we did a lot to get some public service out there tonight, and again, hopefully didn't damage anybody too much. So
yeah, you know what? I enjoyed the show. I saw a lot. Thanks for having me.
Yep.
And just be good to each other. That's all. Just don't be an idiot.
That is true.
Okay.
So again, I want to thank you, Franklin, as always, for being here. Your contributions, I can't begin to tell you how much they mean to me. So
I appreciate it. By the way, can you kind of speed this up, because I got 3 of my buddies back there and my chick. We're ready to go.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't have all night.
Yes, Franklin has adopted the poly lifestyle.
Hey, you know what? In the time that I saw that, I said, you know what? Maybe they've got something there.
That's right. Well, hopefully your woman that you're sharing is better than what we saw. But okay, on that notion, I am going to thank all our viewers and listeners out there.
Sign off.
And thank you, and God bless.